is hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show. Let's go, baby. It is hour number 2. Thank you for joining me on the Doug Stewart Show, the realest sports and guy talk show in America. I forgot, there was and thank you for joining your folk for real, man. There's one little story out there that I kind of like a side story I wanted to mention before we got into the actual meat of the playoffs this weekend, man. Chris Bearman is stepping down from his post of hosting ESPN's NFL studio program after 31 seasons. But he will remain with the network in a number of different roles after signing a new contract on Thursday. So they gave him a new contract, but he's stepping down. They already got rid of Tom Jackson. They brought in all these new cast, Randy Moss and Charles Woodson and all of them do. So they're trying to get younger. And that's what they do around there. They try to keep it fresh, man. They try to keep it fresh with new content as well as new people. Like, the Stews always tried to keep it fresh by the start of the year. We bring in a bunch of new stuff, and we change some things around. We've done it this year to show, and the way we go to and come back from breaks and show open and all that. We just try to keep it fresh or whatever and change things up a little bit. So ESPN is doing a lot of changing up. And Chris Bearman, after 31 years, is stepping down from NFL Countdown. I wonder who's going to take it over. It'll probably be that guy, Trey Wingo. If I had to take a guess, I would think it'd probably be that Trey Wingo. I haven't heard exactly who it's going to be. One thing about Bearman, man, and in this industry that's is kind of quirky, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, everybody that I've been around in the industry when we were with that radio station we worked for, like, they hated Chris Bearman. Like, they hated Chris Bearman. A lot of people in the media industry, they take themselves too serious. Like, we always had fun. We cracked jokes and, we did all of these little side things. But a lot of people in the industry hate what they call shtick. And everybody across the board, outside of me and my brother, thought that Chris Bearman was all shtick, with the back. And he could go all the way. All of that stuff, his trademark stuff. Like, people in the industry, they hated him. They called him a clown. Like, these are conversations that you'd have off the record. I hate Bearman. He makes me sick. I can't stand Bearman, this, that, and the other. Bearman's been around for 31 years. He doing something right. As a matter of fact, the haters of Chris Bearman should probably try to take a page from his book. Right. And it's funny because I know those same people that hate Bearman are the same people that hated the Stews. Remember we had that whole dog theme or whatever, man, for the show, barking and poodles and dogs or whatever, which was absolutely great. A lot of people that hated that or didn't like that or didn't understand it didn't know that that was kind of like an homage to our frat. But the same people that hate on Bearman are definitely the same people that probably hated on the Stews. And we were very successful. You should probably take a page from my book, Chris Bearman's book, the Two Live Stews book, and up your game. How about that? I actually like Chris Bearman. I did. And those same people, when you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, those same people that used to, like, criticize him, to us off the record, and they'd be like, what do you think about Bearman? I actually like Bearman. And they get quiet. Yeah, I like Bearman. I mean, what? I mean, he's fun. I mean, it's kind of silly, kind of slapstickish or whatever, but, I mean, he having a good time. Like, you can tell he loves doing what he does. And to last 31 years, to kind of be the face of NFL football on ESPN, which is a monster, is incredible, man. I'm actually going to miss seeing Bearman and, doing what he does and the little names that he gave everybody. That was cool. Good job. I mean, great job by Chris Bearman. Well done, sir. Well done. Man, they gave him a new deal. He's got to be 70 years old. Maybe not 70. He's probably like in his mid-60s. It's incredible how cats want to continue to work when they don't have to. I would guess Chris Bearman is pretty straight on cash. But he just loves doing what he does, man. I guess he wants to stick around a little while longer. It was real cool. They let Tom Jackson come back in studio a couple of weeks ago and sit in with Bearman. They did like they were talking NFL on Countdown or something like that, or after the games or whatever, the post game. And so probably with Tom Jackson, he probably still under contract. They just told him to leave earlier. They're continuing to pay him. And so if they want to slide him in there or whatever for nostalgia's sake, they can. And so Tom Jackson was back a couple of weeks ago, and very, very interesting. From Clay Killer Ray Davis, they said Chris Bearman is an a-hole. Now, the people that I'm talking about that have said that don't like Bearman that I just talked about, I don't think these people have ever met Chris Bearman. Let's just put it like that. I don't think these people have ever met Chris Bearman to that degree where they were able to decipher what type of person he is off stage. Like, we never met Chris Bearman, and we were going to ESPN every other week for like almost 6 years. And his schedule, obviously, he did football, and, they came in late, and they were there early in the morning, and he was there on weekends. So I don't think I ever met him before. So I know these guys that I'm talking about that hated Bearman and hated his quote-unquote shtick. I know they haven't met him to the point where they had a beer with him or something like that, and they could decipher that he was a bad dude. Not the fact that what he did was this funny thing or whatever. No, talking about the person. From Tight Sigma, is there anybody in here willing to say that hands down Clemson is 1 point better than Alabama? I'm not. Sir, I am willing to say it. I am raising my hand right now. I think the Clemson Tigers can do it. I'm hoping that the Clemson Tigers will do it. Yes, me, Grego. That's why your ass is nominated for a Ball Penis Award. From Clay Killer Ray Davis. That's a tongue twister, bro, your name. Clay Killer Ray Davis. He says Bearman has stock in ESPN. He's not leaving. Yeah, he probably does have stock. Yeah, he's been there from the very beginning, I believe. From Redland Kirk, Denise, morning to them, milk and soft chocolate cookies. Yes, sir. Good morning, Denise. Lord, have mercy. From Tight Sigma, he says, I'd be scared to golf with Saban. He's liable to tee off and cut a ball into your back. How they get talking about playing golf with Nick Saban in the chat room. From Cedric Galloway, Tiffany, it's all fun and games until it's time to go to jail. I guess they're still talking about those people in Chicago that videotape an abduction. Like, I don't think they murdered the guy. I'm not sure that's part of the story. I think they were torching him. And I say just, like that's not that big of a thing. Yeah. That they were torching him. I don't think they killed the guy from the way the story went. From RC, have y'all seen the YouTube clip where Bearman cursed out his fellow employees? Now, I did see that. From Tight Sigma, and I lost it. I just went away. From Loose Neck Swag Side, don't feel bad, Grego. I won the BPA first time nominated, and I beat out Donald Trump. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's the Stewies are very passionate about who they vote for this Ball Penis Award. I mean, Big Apple Bastard beat out Donald Trump and a couple of murderers. So we'll find out. Matter of fact, we'll do the Ball Penis Award. We'll give out the Ball Penis Award in hour number 3 today. We usually do it in hour number 2, but because we got this third hour, we call it the Power Hour. We'll do it in hour number 3 today. So we'll give you more time to vote. Go to the Doug Stewart Show Facebook chat group. From Grego, I haven't watched a Chris Bearman show in years. A lot of people don't like him. That's understandable. I mean, I hear that. I just disagree. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people feel the same way like the dudes I was telling you about in the industry, and most of the dudes I talk about in the industry. I just ask those people this, though. If you just don't like him just because you like him, or you don't like him because you think he does a bad job, You know, think about the fact that he's been around for 31 years. They take polls and they do all of these different like study groups and whatever. And at any time in the last 31 years, if the majority of people that they asked in these polls and these study groups said that they hated Chris Bearman or that they thought that he was doing a bad job, he would have been gone 25 years ago. The man's been around 31 years. ESPN not keeping nobody around just solely because they like them. They have to have some substance. Trust me, okay? They have to have some substance. And to be around 31 years says it all pretty much. From Tight Sigma, if Dabo wins, he's going to wave the Confederate flag at the podium. I hope not, bruh. I hope not, bruh. I've said it before. I'm rooting for these players from Clemson, many of which are from the state of South Carolina. I'm from the state of South Carolina. So I'm putting aside my disdain for Dabo Swinney and his comments this past year about the flag protests and about, in effect, he said, if you don't like it in America, you can go back to Africa. I mean, he's one of them dudes. I'm not rooting for Dabo Swinney for nothing. I'm rooting for these players. I'm rooting for the state of South Carolina. I'm rooting for college football in the state of South Carolina. Go Tigers! Go Tigers! Hold that tiger! Hold that tiger! Hold that tiger! Oh, boy, I can't wait! I can't wait till Monday night! Tight Sigma, if Dabo wins, he's going to be grabbing chicks in the coochie. Just like his hero Donald Trump, huh? Yeah. Denise Milk and Cookies, that's part of the reason they're undefeated right now, Big L. Denise is from Alabama, so I'm sure she's rooting for the Crimson Tide. I think they can do it, man. Like, everything's setting up perfect. And they're trying to convince everybody right now that Steve Sarkisian isn't going to skip a beat. We'll see. We'll see. Back in 3 minutes. Entertainment coming up next.